Okay, so let's talk about your midterm project. Okay, so the guidelines for your midterm project are below. Make sure that you give me permission to edit. So when I say me, I mean jtcannw@gmail.com. Okay, so docs, slides, sheets, and forms, anything that you create Google-wise, I need permission to edit. All right, first thing, you need a website. Okay, so you're going to create a whole new website, not a new web page this time, a new website. And I want your website to be your first initial, last name, and then NW midterm. So for example, the site you'll create, if it were me, I'd create jtcan NW midterm, and that'd be my website. On your website, I want 4 separate web pages. Each web page now I want different names, right? Name 1-page docs, 1-page slides, 1-page sheets, and 1-page forms. Okay, so these are the web page names. These are what's going to show up on your navigation bar. Your navigation bar itself, I want you to select that and put it at the top. Okay, so not the side, put your navigation bar on the top. And now each web page, I want a title. So this is the actual web page name. I want the title. So your docs web page, I want it to be titled Midterm Docs. And then your slides, midterm slides, and then midterm sheets, midterm forms. Okay, so when I click on the page, when I click on docs, the page should come up as midterm docs. When I click on slides, the page should come up as midterm slides. Okay, so that's your website. Your Google Docs, I want you to complete one lesson plan template. Right, so go to docs.google.com and I'll show you how to do this. You can either go straight to docs.google.com or you can see I'm in a Google Doc right now. I just hit the icon, right, the Google Doc icon. And remember, this is where Google would house all of your Google Docs. Okay, so this little kind of housing area serves 2 purposes. One is shows me all of my Google Docs, so I don't have to go search for them in my drive. The other is there are actually templates here. So your template, you just click lesson plan, and you see it'll pull up a template. So now in a lesson or in a Google Doc, here's the lesson plan template. Okay, and you can use this template, so just fill out these questions. I don't need anything really complex, just fill out the pieces that would actually show your lesson. Okay, if you want more templates, you just do the template gallery. You can see these are just recently used ones. I have resumes, I have letters, I have work, and then here's education. And you can see the different templates. So at the bottom here, you can see there are 3 different lesson plan templates. And just pick whatever one you like. Okay? All right, so let's go back to my Google Doc. Change the settings on me, so let me change it back. Okay, so that's that first part. So choose any one of the 3 templates and just do a quick lesson plan. It could be anything you want, mixed, or I do it in your content area. All right, so just write a lesson plan for one single activity. Okay, so go to the lesson plan template and just fill out the template parts, right? Your content area with one activity. And then I want you to embed that lesson plan on your midterm docs page. Okay, don't link it to text, I want you to embed it. Okay, second thing I want you to do is research how you can use Google Docs in the classroom. All right, so go, whatever your web browser is you like to search on. So I'd Google just how to use Google Docs in the classroom. All right, and out of your research, I want you to choose one idea, right, or example from your investigations, from your research. And now on your midterm docs page, I want you to describe the activity and how it can be used in the classroom. Right, so you're going to describe the actual activity you found and or idea, or example, and how it can be used in the classroom. All right, I want you to make sure now on this midterm docs page that it's clear. So make a new section so it's clear this is a separate section where you're actually showing me what you've researched. Right? I also want you to include one screenshot. So whatever your idea or example is that you found, I want you to include one screenshot to illustrate that point. All right, your Google Slides now. Again, I want you to complete one of the templates, any one that you want. Okay, now you can open up your slide, your templates, to either go to slides.google.com or open up any one of your Google Slides. And you can see on the left here, here's the same icon as we had in the Google Docs. So I click that, brings in my home, my Google Slides home. Same thing, so here I have all my templates. I can go into the template gallery and pick anything you want. Right, so just pick any one of these templates and fill it out. Okay, so you can scroll through. I'm not telling you what to do. I would do the student certificate though. Right, it's easy. You just type in the name, and it illustrates that you know how to find a template. Right, so it doesn't have to be anything complex. Okay, go back to our project. Then same thing as the docs. I want you to research how to use Google Slides in the classroom. So choose one example or idea from your investigations. Then I want you to describe that on your midterm slides page, and then make sure it's clearly separated from your template above. Right? And then also include one screenshot. Okay, so Google Docs and Google Slides are pretty similar. Let's go down. So now when you do Google Sheets, okay, I want you to copy and paste all the information that I have, right, for tests and grades. Okay, so if you go to my website, here in the handouts part, here's the midterm sheet data. When you open it up, it'll just be a Google Sheet. Okay, so all you have to do is highlight all of this, and then Command C or go to Edit and Copy, and then paste it to your sheet. Okay, so you can see there's Test tab. Add a new tab, call it Grades, and then highlight all of this, and then copy and paste to your sheet. Okay, so you're going to have 2 tabs in your sheet. Through the activity, you'll have more than that, but initial setup, have a Test tab, copy and paste my data, have a Grade tab, Grades tab, and copy and paste my data. All right, so that's how you can copy and paste information. Now, part 2, using formulas, I want you to grade each student's test right on the Test tab. Then I want you to calculate the class average and the standard deviation on that same sheet, that same tab. All right, part 3 here, I want you to copy the student's scores, right, the graded scores, to the empty Test 3 column on the Grades tab. So you can see here's an empty Test 3. Okay, so copy what you graded here. So you're going to grade these responses, give them 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, and get a total score, find all the averages, and then put that in the empty space. Okay. All right, and then once you have the 3 test scores, I want you to use a formula to actually calculate the average of the 3 test scores. And I also want you to use a formula to determine the number of A, B, C's, and D's for the class. Okay, so you're going to do the count. Okay, so use a formula, just don't do it by yourself and then type in the number. Okay, then I want you to create a bar chart and a line chart, right, to show how each student scored on the 3 tests. Make sure on each chart the y-axis is the test score, the x-axis are the students, and the legends are the tests, right, 1 through 3. And then label each chart as student scores for the bar chart, underscore bar chart, and student scores underscore line chart. Right? And then make sure you move each chart to its own sheet. Okay, so you should have 2 new tabs here. And then second to last, I want you to create a new tab and call it seating. Then I want you to use the VLOOKUP to create a dynamic seating chart, right? Use student IDs, and then so you have to generate your own student IDs, and then I want groups of 4. And then place students in high, medium, low, and low, right, using their class grade. Right, so their average from the 3 test scores. All right, and the last thing I want you to do is link your sheet to the actual text midterm sheet. Right, so on your midterm sheet page, I should see the phrase midterm sheet, and there should be a link that I can click on. Okay, don't embed this, I want it linked. Okay, and remember, give me permission to edit your sheet. All right, now in the Google Forms. All right, so I want you to create a 2-section, 5-question check for understanding quiz aligned to your lesson plan. So the lesson plan template that you made in Google Docs, just create a 5-question check for understanding. All right, align it to your lesson plan, your content area. So the quiz must include a short answer, right, with a data validation. Okay, it must include a multiple choice, and from this multiple choice, it must direct them to a section 2. And then I need a checkbox, and then a multiple grid. Okay, you'll notice these are only the 4 question types. You need 5 questions, so you're going to have to double up one of these types. I want you to title each section with anything that's appropriate. Right? So anytime you have a section, or your second section should have an appropriate title to it. Then I want you to take your assessment twice and export your responses as a Google Sheet. Okay, then I want you to embed 3 things on your midterm Google Forms webpage. Okay, I want you to embed the live form. I want you to embed the editing form, which gives me permission to edit. And I want you to embed the Google Sheet. Okay, so don't link these to text. I want you to do these 3 as embedded. Okay, and this will go right in your midterm Google Form webpage. Right, and that's it. So that's your midterm project.